What's going on, you guys? It's your boy Movie Boy Mike, and today I want to tell you guys 5 ways to cheat death in the Stephen King extended universe. As much as cheating death sounds fun, there's usually always some horrible catch, especially when it involves Stephen King. Here's 5 ways to cheat death in the Stephen King extended universe. Number 1, the Pet Seminary. This is usually the first thing that comes to mind when we think of coming back from the dead. In a town called Ludlow, Maine, past the barrier, there's a pet cemetery that's not exactly for pets. As a matter of fact, the ground is cursed by a monster called the Wendigo. So if you bury somebody who recently passed away in the ground, they will come back, but at a terrible cost. Victims who come back from the pet cemetery return vengeful, aggressive, and zombie-like. Not only that, they become all-knowing demons, using their new gained knowledge from the pet cemetery about the people in their lives to psychologically and physically harm them.
You're a liar. You prayed your sister would die. You're sweet Norma. She's burning down in hell for what you did to her.
In the case of Louis Creed, he lost his son Gage, or Ellie, his daughter, depending on which movie you watch. This happened in a deadly truck accident. After Louis goes to the pet cemetery and brings back Ellie and or Gage, it leads to the overall destruction of his family. So you tell me, Pet Sematary, is it worth it or not?
Sometimes dead is better.
Number 2, becoming a vampire. In Jerusalem's Lot in the state of Maine, there's a vampire living in the Marston house in the center of town. In the books and movies, the head vampire, Mr. Barlow, infects nearly the whole town. If you're lucky enough or unlucky enough to be bit by Mr. Barlow and or one of his many vampire townies, you'll be able to skip death. But there's a catch. The new gained thirst for blood that you will soon crave will make everybody a palatable option on the menu, from your best friend to your significant other. This includes, but is not limited to, losing self-control, never being able to go out in the sunlight, and being restricted to Barlock's orders. So you tell me, is it worth it or not? Number 3, eating steam. In Dr. Sleep, the sequel to The Shining, we find out that eating steam can expand your life long past its natural span.
How old are you? 15. 10 years from now, you're still 15. 100, maybe 17. Eat well. Live long.
Yeah, 17 years and 100 years, yeah, no, that's not bad at all. But what's the catch? And what is steam? Steam is the energy that comes out of people with magical abilities and or people who shine. Steam can be purified by fear or pain. In the case of the True Knot, the main villains from Dr. Sleep, this group survives by murdering and torturing people who shine, feeding off steam through their pain and their fear.
They eat screams and drink pain.
And most of their victims are children because of how easy they are to scare and manipulate.
You are a special little thing, aren't you?
Number 4, using dark magic and sorcery. The Dark Tower and the Stand share the same supervillain, known as the Man in Black, also known as Randall Flagg, also known as Walter. This villain from the two franchises lives to spread chaos and carnage throughout Stephen King's extended universe. Randall Flagg is Stephen King's favorite supervillain and favorite villain that he's ever created. So through his youth, Randall Flagg learned the arts of sorcery and became blessed with immortality. Not only did this make him immortal, but it gave him the ability to bring people back from the dead, never having to worry about death.
Good hell. Been there. Now burn.
And last, but certainly not least, number 5, becoming a ghost.
Still getting visits from them old ghosts?
I saved the best for last, or the least horrible for last, anyways. In Dr. Sleep and in Pet Sematary, we find out that yes, people can come back as ghosts. And guess what? They're not evil. A little creepy, but they're not evil. But what's the catch? Usually people only come back as ghosts to serve as a warning to a character in one of Stephen King's franchises. In Pet Sematary, Victor Pascow. After his tragic death, Louis did everything he could to save him. So after he passed, Victor came back as a ghost to warn Louis to stay away from the Pet Seminary because of the fact that the destruction of his family was near.
You tried to help me. Now let me help you.
But sadly, Louis didn't listen. In Dr. Sleep, Dick from The Shining stuck around in Danny's life to warn him about the danger of the True Knot and the danger they pose to Abra.
They've noticed that little girl. They might kill her.
But unlike Louis from Pet Sematary, Danny from The Shining actually listened to the ghost.
But you still owe a debt. Pay it.
What do you guys think is the best way to cheat death in a Stephen King movie? Let me know in the comments section, and let me know if there's any other ways in the books that I didn't mention. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you like what you see, hit that like and subscribe button for more, and I will catch you guys next time. Thank you.
Was that Movie Boy Mike? Oh boy, I think that was Movie Boy Mike.